In the last episode, we had a look at the U5 Link, this little mysterious box from China, which is an audio and a cat control interface for Yaesu radios. I've now tested it for a couple of weeks. Does it work? Is it still any good? Hang on after the intro and we'll take a look. So what do I think about the U5 Link? Well, I've tested it now for a couple of weeks together with my FT817, and it turns out it's not half bad. It's pretty much just a simple audio and cat control interface. I opened it up and had a look inside just to see what it looked like, and it's got a FTDI chip and looks pretty well built. My knowledge in electronics isn't really good enough to make a judgment, but if you have good knowledge in electronics, don't hesitate to comment down below. I've also tested it with FT8, both on HF, which I showed in the last episode, which you can see up here somewhere, and that works perfectly. Tested that with 5 watts, and I tested it with a 2-meter FT8 the other day, and a 2-meter FT8 on this time of the year actually requires some scheduling, so I made a deal with Lima Bravo Zero Hotel India in Oslo, which is about 100 kilometers or 60 miles north of here, to test it. I pointed my beam north and he pointed his south. And we actually managed to do one FT8 QSO, although not on 5 watts. I had to borrow a 2-meter amplifier just to make that happen. He could hear me on 2.5 watts on the FT817, but he wasn't able to decode me. But when I pushed it up to 80 watts, it worked fine. Made the QSO, actually my first 2-meter FT8 QSO. I also tried to get WinLink to work on it. Figured WinLink in the field would be a good option. And there's where I ran into troubles. Don't know if it's the 817 or just the U5 Link itself. I had similar experiences using my FT450 and the SCU17, so it might be just the Yaesu radios that don't play well with WinLink. But when I tried to set it up in Navara, it just endlessly keyed the radio on and off, but it didn't do anything else. So I have to look into that. I've looked into JS8 call, and seems to work fine, but there's no one there, so hadn't really had any chance to do a QSO on JS8 call just to test. But all in all, considering the $60 or so I paid for the U5 Link, is it still worth the money after 3 weeks of testing? And yes, it is. Just to put it simply, I wouldn't have had a way to do digimodes on the 817 without it, and a signal link would be twice the price. So is it still a keeper? Indeed, it is, absolutely. So I can still recommend the U5 Link wholeheartedly, and it just works. There's not a lot of it, neither on web nor YouTube, but at least you have my video now. And if you're fluent in Russian, Japanese, or Spanish, there is some more info. And as I also said in my last episode, I'm not. And YouTube's subtitle feature is somewhat lacking. So if you only know English and a couple more languages like I do, but not the aforementioned languages, you got to stick with my video. And if you got any more questions, please put them down in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them as good as I can. Until next time, 7-3. Oh, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video or any of my others. 7-3 again.